welcome to Paranormal Kativity. Have you ever heard of trypophobia? I have, and I definitely don't have it. If anything, I kind of have the opposite of it. Trypophobia is pretty much a fear or intense anxiety related to a cluster of bumps or holes. Most often though it is associated with holes. In case you do have trypophobia, this is not going to be the best video for you because I'm going to put a bunch of pictures because I really like the pictures associated with this phobia. So if you're afraid of this stuff, don't watch. But if you're not sure what it is or you kind of want to figure out if maybe you have a fear of the same, keep watching, and by the end of the video you should find out. The term trypophobia didn't come around until 2005, and it just kind of popped up online. The term itself wasn't recognized by the Psychiatric Association, who normally would classify what constitutes a phobia, but it seems to follow the same kind of definition as what a phobia would fall into normally. So it's become very socially accepted that it is a phobia, even though it's not necessarily recognized by all psychiatrists. Not to say that people can't be afraid of anything, because they can. I think you guys have watched the clips from Maury with people freaking out over pickles and peaches and stuff. But with this, it just seems like a lot of people are finding out about it and also saying that they have it. And so some people feel like the phobia itself is a little more like socially made than it actually being a real true fear. But then at the same time, some people think it really is a deep down fear that we are just now recognizing, because some people will find out what it is and be like, I've had this my whole life and I never knew there was a term for it. So on one hand, it might really be a true fear. On the other hand, it might not. Some people have the theory that maybe this is like an evolutionary thing, because sometimes these patterns will appear with skin issues and wounds associated with different diseases or different bites and infections and things like that. So maybe it could be something subconscious that maybe stuck with us through our evolution, where we've seen over time when you see skin and areas of the body that look like this, it's a dangerous situation, and so therefore we have a fear associated with it that we just don't fully understand. I read somewhere that some people think there might be the same thing in a different form, which would be trypophilia, and it would be people who get an extreme enjoyment out of these patterns of holes and bumps. And I personally definitely fall into this category because I'm big into this stuff. I don't know why. I always have been. It kind of comes down to like me liking to watch pimples pop. As gross as that is to some people probably, I really love watching like cysts being removed and drained and like weird surgery things. I don't know why, I just do, okay? Plus I like things that are scary. You guys already know this, so hopefully you don't think I'm a total nutcase. I really love seeing patterns of holes. I don't know what it is about it. I've had dreams about it. One of my favorite dreams I've ever had was where my knee in the dream, I could bend it, and when I could bend it, I could see through the pores in my skin, and underneath, between the layer of like muscle and bone and my skin, there was this layer of what kind of looked like if you've ever had like a really squishy pillow that's filled with like the little bitty spheres. I always called it beans, but they're not beans. But the really squishy, soft pillows that have little white balls of stuff inside. In my dream, when I bent my knee, I could see through my skin, and basically the little bean things, the little white pellet things, were mixed with some kind of gel and could kind of ooze out of my pores, and I was like, oh my god, this is the most amazing dream I've ever had. I was really, really sad when I woke up. I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted to squeeze it, and I never got to squeeze it. I just got to look inside. Now, most people, whenever they experience seeing these pictures, they tend to get like creepy crawly feelings. I also have a weird reaction to these where I salivate a little bit. It's not like I want to taste anything. This is gonna make me sound like a total freak, but I have a weird reaction where I salivate a little bit whenever I see some of these pictures too much, and I don't know what it is. Like, it's an extreme enjoyment and like anticipation, satisfaction kind of feeling, similar to food, but not in the way that I want to eat it, because that's gross. But you can see these patterns in nature in a lot of ways. You can see it in infection and disease and bites. You can see this pattern just in everyday life. But for some reason, some people have just an irrational fear of all of these like holes. And a lot of artwork has came out recently with different forms of this. One of my favorite artists who I follow on Instagram, I will try and put their information down below, do their trypophobia art with teeth. So it'll be like mouths with tons of rows of teeth, or like eyes that have teeth coming out of different areas of them, or just like faces with like fang teeth coming out. I love it. Something about it is incredibly pleasing to me. So while I lean more towards the trypophilia side, obviously, most people I know tend to be more trypophobic. Talking to you, Kaylee, I love you, but you can always be scared of this stuff and I'm always gonna love it. I'm sorry. Hopefully I am not alone in enjoying the trypophilia stuff. If I'm not, tell me, because I want to know what your thoughts are on this subject, or if you're freaked out by it, or if I brought to light a new phobia for you. Please do let me know your thoughts. I've always just been like the weird one when it comes to this stuff, but I've kind of put all of my weirdness out on this channel, so hopefully that means that some of you relate to my weirdness. Regardless of if you're a trypophiliac or a trypophobic, or if you have no reaction to this stuff whatsoever, I'm glad you're here, so thank you for watching. And if you liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already and turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload. I'm Kat, and this is Paranormal Kativity. Have a strange day. Bye!